In a quaint village nestled amidst rolling hills, there lived a young woman named Maya. She had always dreamed of embarking on an extraordinary journey, one that would take her far beyond the familiar boundaries of her home. But like many dreamers, she hesitated. Fear clung to her like morning dew on a spider's web, whispering doubts into her heart. One day, as the sun painted the sky in hues of gold, Maya sat under the ancient banyan tree. Its gnarled roots seemed to reach deep into the earth, anchoring it against the winds of time. She gazed at the distant mountains, their peaks hidden in mist, and wondered what lay beyond. Her grandmother, a wise old soul, shuffled over and settled beside her. Her eyes held the wisdom of countless seasons. "Maya," she said, "do you know the secret of great journeys?" Maya shook her head, eager to learn. "It begins with a single step," her grandmother replied. "Every grand adventure, every magnificent feat, they all start with that first, seemingly insignificant stride." "But what if I stumble?" Maya asked. "What if I lose my way?" Her grandmother chuckled. "Ah, my child, stumbling is part of the journey. It's how we learn to rise. And as for losing your way, remember this, even the mightiest rivers meander, but they always find their way to the sea." Inspired by her grandmother's words, Maya packed a small bag, a loaf of bread, a flask of water, and a worn map. She kissed her family goodbye and set off toward the distant mountains. Her heart fluttered like a caged bird, torn between excitement and uncertainty. The path wound through dense forests, across babbling brooks, and up steep inclines. Maya's legs ached, and her breath came in ragged gasps. But with each step, she felt something shift within her, a quiet determination, a fire that refused to be extinguished. Days turned into weeks. Maya encountered fellow travelers, a weathered merchant, a wandering poet, a child chasing butterflies. They shared stories by campfires, laughed under star-studded skies, and encouraged one another. Maya realized that her journey wasn't just about reaching a destination. It was about the souls she met along the way. One stormy night, as rain lashed against her makeshift shelter, Maya questioned her decision. Doubt gnawed at her resolve. But then she remembered her grandmother's words, "1,000 miles begin with one step." She clung to that truth, repeating it like a mantra. And so, she pressed on. As the mountains loomed closer, Maya faced trials: a treacherous bridge, a snow-covered pass, and a valley where shadows whispered of ancient spirits. Yet, with each obstacle, she grew stronger. Her legs became sturdier, her heart more resilient. Finally, atop the highest peak, Maya stood breathless. The world stretched before her, a vast canvas of valleys, rivers, and distant horizons. Tears blurred her vision as she realized that her journey had transformed her. She was no longer the hesitant girl who had left her village. She was a wanderer, a seeker of stories, a weaver of dreams. And she knew that this was only the beginning. Maya descended the mountain, her heart lighter than ever. She returned to her village, where the banyan tree welcomed her with open arms. Her grandmother listened to her tales, nodding sagely. "You see," her grandmother said, "the journey of 1,000 miles isn't about the distance. It's about the courage to take that first step, the resilience to keep going, and the wisdom to savor every moment." Maya smiled. She had learned that life was a series of steps, some small, some monumental, but each one mattered. And so, she vowed to keep walking, to explore, to discover, and to inspire others with her stories. And thus began the legend of Maya, the girl who proved that 1,000 miles indeed began with one step.